Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video, I'd just like to review a Blu-ray that I watched last night, and one that I thoroughly enjoyed. It was made in 1967 and that Blu-ray is called She Freak. Now, before I say anything else, I'll just read the blurb at the back of this edition and I'll talk a little bit more about it and give the movie a rating. Yeah, so this is basically about a waitress, so she's Jade Cochran. Fed up with waitressing, Jade Cochran embarks on a new life with a travelling carnival, but she discovers that what lurks behind the curtain doesn't take too kindly to her backstabbing plans. A gutter noir reworking of Todd Browning's Freaks and a Valentine to the carnival lifestyle that defined the career of producer David F. Freeman. She Freak is a snapshot of life, love and revenge on the grounds of a seedy carnival in small-town USA, complete with crackpot monster makeup effects from Harry Thomas. Like Devo's music and Ed Wood's novel, She Freak creates a synthetic reality that is often preferable to our own. Agfar plus something weird are beyond excited to present a dazzling 4K restoration of this essential weirdo classic. Oh yeah, fantastic movie this, guys, yeah. Really, I enjoyed every single minute of this movie, and this girl here who plays the main female protagonist, she's really on the money, you know, playing this backstabbing character. Starts off working in this restaurant and that, you know, in sort of like in the wilderness and that. And when she gets the opportunity to join this travelling carnival, she leaps at the chance and she leaves that embittered boss in the lurch, yeah. And I must say, guys, the colour on this movie is absolutely phenomenal. It is crystal clear. It's one of the best looking Blu-rays I've ever watched in my whole life. I would equate it to Suspiria. The colours are lovely. You know, for a movie from 1967. Well, of course, in that decade, the colour was lovely in the movies, but this was absolutely breathtaking. This is a lovely addition, this, by 101 Films. Fantastic story. It really evokes the atmosphere of carnival life, and I believe it was actually filmed in an actual travelling carnival. Oh yeah, fantastic. All great story, great cast. You know, and a nice little twist at the end, I must say. Yeah, but oh yeah, I'd highly recommend it, guys. If you like your horror movies set in a carnival or fairground, get yourself a copy of She Freak. Oh, I just couldn't get over how lovely the colour was. You know, it was absolutely pristine, the colour. They've done a really good job at the restoration of this, guys. They really did. And this edition has got a great bunch of special features there, guys, if you want to freeze your cameras and take those in. And it comes with a lovely slipcover. And you've got your reversible artwork, guys. That's the cover one there. Show you the reversible artwork. There's the reversible artwork. And it comes with a lovely booklet as well, all about the movie. Oh, really made up with this edition, I really am. The director, David F. Freeman, on the set. He's actually got a cameo role in this. He plays a ticket collector. And there's the main female protagonist, yeah. Fantastic performance by her. Really was, yeah. And I believe, like, one of the contributory factors to picking her for the role was her face. I mean, she's partly attractive, but when she sort of like opens her mouth and that, and she's got this sort of like toothy grin and that, you know, yeah. So he said her face stood out in that, yeah. She's a right character in this. She really is, yeah. She's getting the makeup on. Freaky fun facts. There she is on the set of She Freak. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed this movie, guys. It's one of the best horror movies I've seen recently. The story was good, the characters were good, oh yeah, really was, yeah. I would regard this regard this movie in the same class as the original Freaks, you know, from the early 30s, yeah. Very, very enjoyable story. I love the carnival atmosphere. It really evokes the atmosphere of a American carnival. And the story kept me hooked from start to finish. You know, I mean, I've been going to a lot of these movies now with a sort of like an open mind because there's been that many bad ones made. But this, guys, is one of the pleasing exceptions. She Freak, yeah. Oh, it's a fantastic movie, written and produced by David F. Freeman, directed by Byron Mabe, yeah. And I say this actress, Claire Brennan, oh yeah, she's really on the money playing this devious character and that, you know. She's got no compunction at all about, you know, walking out on an employer in the cafe. You know, once this fella comes along from the carnival and he promises at the moon, basically, if she joins the carnival and that. So she sort of like just packs her bags and just leaves her employer in the lurch, and always furious at employer when she leaves the cafe and that. You know, she wants to sort of like, well, better herself. But I mean, she's sort of like, I don't want to give too much away about the movie. I'll let you see for yourself what happens. But oh yeah, she's real character, as I say, and I love the other characters as well. You know, the love interest part and that, because there's a guy in the fairground and that, he's like a bad boy, and he's sort of like he goes after it, and then you've got the boss of the freak show part, where you have the freaks and that on display. He sort of like goes after and eventually marries him because he's a businessman and that. Yeah, but I'll leave it there. But yeah, oh yeah, I love the triangle story in this. You know, the eternal triangle. And great acting, great cast, lovely, as I say. You know, I thought it was Coney Island when I first saw it, because you've got these sweeping shots of you know, the fairground, the carnival, you know, the Big Dipper and that, you know, the sideshows and that. And oh yeah, I love my carnival movies, my fairground movies, you know, horror movies set in the fairground or a carnival, i.e. Carnival of Souls. You know, oh yeah, and Torture Garden, that was another good one with Burgess Meredith. Yeah, but yeah, I'd highly recommend you get yourself a copy of this, guys. Yeah, I think it's a fantastic movie, well written, well directed. You know, and the story really grips you from start to finish. You know, not one boring moment in this movie. You know, I mean, some people might think that's a bit of a kind of a cheesy 60s B movie cover, but the proof is in the the proof is in the pudding, guys. It really is. You know, the story is highly commensurate with that cover. You know, and I can't say enough about the aesthetics of the picture quality. Beautiful picture, pin sharp. You know, oh yeah, you actually think you're there in the carnival. You know, you actually think, you know, you're there with the girl in the carnival and that. And oh yeah, and she joined, and when she joins the carnival, they give her a job as a waitress and that, and she befriends this blonde girl. She's a kind of a stripper. Oh, Mrs. Yeah, she's a kind of a stripper and that, and she befriends her and that. But the story basically unfolds to it reaches a real climax and that. You know, but I won't go on too much about it. But yeah, all I can say is, She Freaks is one of the best horror movies I've seen, you know, recently. In fact, I think if I was to compile my 100 all-time favourite horror movies, this would be right in there, guys. She Freak. Make no mistake about that. Thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. I say the acting was great, solid story, and this is what I mean about what I've said in other videos. If you've got good characters, I think Stephen King once said this. If you've got good characters, you don't need all these cheesy special effects to make a good horror movie. You've got a good story, you've got good characters, a good plot. That speaks for itself, guys. You know, and I am more in the camp of good solid storyline rather than all these cheesy special effects and that. Yeah. Okay, guys. Now on to a rating for She Freak. I'm going to give this movie, no hesitation, a 10 out of 10. Because that is how much I enjoyed this movie. It's a fantastic movie. It made in 1967, and great cast and that, yeah. And even the dwarf and that, you know, one of the freaks who plays this little dwarf and that, he's good as well. He's very good in that, you know, all round basically in that, you know, it really evokes the atmosphere of carnival, you know, carnival ambience, you know, yeah. So 10 out of 10, guys, for She Freak and that. Again, I've got to say about the picture quality. Absolutely gorgeous movie. You know, I wish all the movies that they did, you know, restored from the 1960s or 50s or whatever, you know, 70s, 80s, were all as beautiful looking as this. Yeah, so I highly recommend you get yourself a copy of She Freak. Okay, guys, well, that concludes my review of She Freak from 1967. Have you seen this movie? Do you share my favourable view of it? Leave your comments down below. Be very interested to hear. Yeah, but if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you get yourself a copy or rent it out. But if you're a movie collector, you need to have this in your collection, guys. It's an absolute smasher. It really is, yeah. Okay, guys, that's it. Usual, feel free to share, subscribe, comments, and all going well. I shall talk to you all again soon. Take care.